Hello guys, Absolute Duelist here coming at you with another One Piece video, and in today's One Piece video I have for you round 2 from my locals where I am playing against Reiju and I am on Gecko Moria. So let's see how this game's going to go. I am going second this game, and he's going to rest one Don, play his stage of Germa Kingdom, and then utilize the stage, trashing an Ichiji to look at his top 3 cards and add a Vinsmoke family card to the hand, or a Germa card, and he adds a Reiju, the little one, before she Power Rangers up. Okay, past his turn now, I go ahead and play brand new for turn, adding an Ice Age to hand and trashing an Absalom and a Borsalino, and then it is the Reiju player's turn. They're on free Don. What are they going to do? They can go ahead and use the stage, which is very good. So he's going to go ahead and do that. He's going to use the stage. He's going to trash the Ichiji, or sorry, the Niji there. Looks at the top 3 of his deck. And what he's going to add out those 3 cards, if he hasn't whiffed, that is. Looks like he is debating on what he wants to add. And he's going to add the Germa 06 event. Okay, that will allow him to look at the top 5 cards and add any Vinsmoke card or Germa card from the top 5 cards of his deck to his hand. And let's see what he's going to grab with that. Looks like he's going to grab a Ichiji. Oh, sorry, an Ichiji. So Ichiji is very good here because that's going to allow him to rush me down a bit, which is going to be very strong for him. But he has 2 Don left, so what's he going to do with that 2 Don? No, he's going to swing 5 first. We counter with a Helmeppo, then he plays Reiju, and then uses the Reiju ability? Okay. Interesting that he's using it now, because he doesn't have a Reiju in trash. And he plays a Reiju from hand. Okay, and draws 3 cards with the leader ability. Interesting that he did it like that, because if he could have trashed the Reiju earlier if he had it in hand. But looks like I'm going to go ahead and swing a 6 into life after going ahead and using a... looks like possibly Great Eruption. I didn't quite see where it was. And we're going to KO the Reiju, and then he's going to counter the 6. Alright. So he's on... he should be on 5 Don now? And he's going to go ahead and trash a Reiju from hand, and another Jabba 6 from the top 3 cards of his deck to his hand. Probably going to end up using it because he is on 5 Don. No, he's on 4. Oh yeah, he did trash a Don, so, well, sorry, return a Don to go ahead and use the Reiju ability. So he is actually a bit down on Don. So yeah, 4 Don makes sense. Okay. Looks like he's going to rest one to use the Germa 6. I would have probably here, instead of using the Germa 6, used the, well, played the Ichiji. Because yes, I could have cards in hand to go ahead and deal with it. But at the same time, rushing me down isn't a bad choice. But he's going to add another Ichiji to hand. And then what is he going to do? He's going to play a Niji from hand. Going to swing 5. And then, yeah, he's going to rest 3 and play a Niji. And then use the Niji's ability to go ahead and return to Don. Play the Niji from trash. And probably KO the brand new there. Alright. Taking away my characters. And he does draw a card. Okay, I'm on 6 Don now. I'm going to rest 2, play another brand new from hand. Looking at the top 3, I think I added a Helmeppo there. Do apologize for the glare, guys, but I'm going to swing 5 into the Reiju's life now. He is going to counter with the Queen. And then I'm going to swing 7, rest 2, trash a Hogback. And then play the Hogback from trash, returning a brand new and an Ice Age, which is going to return to hand a Gecko Moria. For some plays next turn. Pretty decent, pretty decent. Alright. So, what's the play next? So, he's got 5 Don to play with. He's probably going to end up playing that Niji. Or, sorry, Ichiji. Put 1 onto the Niji. Swing 7, I guess. Probably end up swinging 7 into the Absalom. But he's going to swing 6. I go ahead and counter with the Tashigi. Potentially has a play with his 5 Don. Okay. He's going to rest 4 and play the Ichiji. Ichiji's going to return a Don. He's then going to play the one from trash, decrease the Absalom. Draw for a card for the leader ability. And then what's he going to do? He's going to swing 5 into the Absalom. And then swing a 7 into life. And then he's going to use the Germa 6 event. Which is going to look at the top 5 of his deck. And add a card to hand. Now what's he going to add to hand is the question. So he adds another Niji. And then he could use the stage here to trash that Niji, but he chooses not to. Interesting. But he's going to go ahead and Ice Age. Well, I'm going to go ahead and Ice Age the Ichiji there. Alright, and it looks like I'm debating how much Don I want to invest, so I'm going to put 1 on the Moria, rest 2. And trash a Subo, trashing the top 2 and playing the Absalom from trash to go ahead and KO the Niji. And he's going to counter... Oh, so I probably swung into the Niji there, and he's going to counter with the Pudding to protect it. And then I swing 6 into the Niji again, probably. And then I swing another 6 into the Niji, and he does counter out every single swing. Okay, just wanting to make sure that Niji dies, but he did choose to get rid of it. But we did take a considerable number of cards from his hand, so it's not bad at all. We did clear a threat and also, well, removed 3 cards from his hand, which is always going to feel good. Alright, so he's on 6 Don now. He does have another Ichiji in hand, so he could play the Ichiji and then Power Ranger up. Okay. And he could go ahead and try and clear the board a bit as well, getting rid of both the Hogback and the Branu. While also probably hitting me for a life too, which isn't bad. So he's going to discard the Germa 66 stage, or the Kingdom of the Germa stage, to use the Germa ability, and he's going to get a Reiju from trash, which is very good. He's going to be able to probably draw 3 cards this turn now because of that. Okay, so he's going to swing 5 into the Hogback. Interesting. Then 7 into the Hogback. Okay, interesting way he's going about this, because we do know he has an Ichiji in hand. And he's going to draw 3 with the Reiju ability, has 3 Don left, rest it to play... Oh, okay, so we're going to play a Niji, and then he's going to Power Ranger it up and KO the Branu. Interesting. So I am on 10 Don now. He probably went that route just because he knows that I have the Moria in hand, and if I have Ice Age to go along with it, then I can probably remove quite a decent amount of his board. Being able to remove, what, the Ichiji and then a Reiju as well, which would be very good for me. Yeah, it looks like he's splitting up his trash a bit, just so he knows what he's got for each color. Okay, it looks like we're going to swing 6 into the Niji, swing 6 into the Niji again, not using the ability of Gecko Moria. Counters both swings, then we play our Gecko Moria character here, playing a Helmeppo that has Glare on it, I do apologize guys, and an Absalom, which is going to go ahead and KO the unrested Niji. Okay. So got a very decent board here, having double Absalom, Gecko Moria, and the leader to swing next turn, and we have a Helmeppo, so if he doesn't clean that off, then we can go ahead and swing probably 5 with it as well. Okay, and he is on 6 Don still, so we'll see what he does with that. So he's going to swing 6, we're going to counter for 2, and then the leader case comes off a bit, so it looks like he's just trying to fix that real quick. Understandable, these things happen. Then he's going to swing a 7 into life, which does get taken. Then plays Ichiji. Plays the Ichiji from trash, decreases the Absalom. Swings 5 into the Absalom, and then swings 7 into lead, which we do take as well. Alright. So he's got a decent number of cards in hand. Looks about 4 or 5 cards in hand, so he could still have a decent amount of 2Ks, which could protect his life very easily. And we're going to pay 2 Don to go ahead and decrease a Niji. And then we're going to go ahead and swing 7, resting 2, and swing into the Reiju, I believe. Play an Absalom, and then go ahead and kill the Niji, and 7 into the Reiju. Then we're going to swing a 11 into the Ichiji, just clearing board. And then we swing 5 into life as well, which does get countered, with another 5, which doesn't get taken. Okay. Alright, so the Reiju player is in a bit of a tough spot here because we do have a very well-established board. He could come back from this very easily as well, which would be great for him. But he's going to look at the top 3 cards of his deck. What is he going to add is the question. Right. It looks like he's just thinking carefully before he adds, because he does need to be quite careful here. Alright. So, looks like he's potentially going to add... What's he going to add? I don't know. Like, he's got tons of options. He could add a Reiju to play the Reiju from trash. He could go ahead and add another Ichiji to go ahead and try and rush down a bit. Like, he does have a lot of options that he could potentially add, but it depends on what he's seen on the top of his deck. And he adds a Niji. Okay. So Niji's going to be able to clear a Helmeppo, which is not bad. But he needs to kind of set up a decent board now. So he's going to play a Reiju. Alright, not bad at all. And then if he has a Niji in hand, he could straight play that too, to go ahead and remove something on the board. So he's not in a terrible position here. Okay. So he's thinking about how he wants to do Don management this turn. Like, what I think he needs to be on is he needs to be on 8 next turn, so if he has Judge, he can go ahead and play Judge for free, and then just get a whole board of characters, right? So he's going to go ahead and play the Reiju. Reiju's going to draw him 3 cards, because of the leader ability as well. Alright. The question is, can he survive another turn? It looks like he's going to swing 6. Probably doing a Niji play this turn then. Or sorry, an Ichiji play. I always get the names mixed up. Like Reiju, Sanji, Niji. Like they all have very similar names. But he's going to swing an Ichiji into the Absalom to go ahead and clear that. Okay. And now let's see what the Reiju's going to do. Or what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Suru. Suru's going to decrease the Reiju most likely. I'm going to swing 7 into life, go ahead and play Absalom, returning Kuzan and Sabo to kill the Reiju, which does get countered with a 2 and a 1. So I'm debating if I want to use 4 Don or, well, 3 Don or more? Yeah, looks like I'm putting a decent chunk onto it to go ahead and swing and kill the Ichiji, and then we swing a 6 into life, which does get taken. Okay. And let's see what the Reiju player is going to do in response to this, because he is on 7 Don still, so we'll see how he chooses to play this. It's going to be a bit of a fool, and someone else rested the stage for him. So he does go ahead and trash a Judge and adds a Vinsmoke to hand. The Sanji's mum, I can never remember her name. I think it's like Sora. Okay. 7 Don to work with here. Rests 3 to play a Niji, okay. Rests 2 to play a Reiju. Okay. Puts 1 back to play the Reiju from trash to draw 3 cards again. Okay. So he's drawn 3 cards, which is not a bad idea whatsoever. Like, drawing multiple cards seems to be very good for him right now. Like, what's his plan, though? That's the question. So he's going to swing 5? No, 7. 7 at the Absalom? Okay, and then I counter out with 2 cards in hand. My last 2 cards in hand from the looks of it. He's going to play Niji and return Absalom to my hand. But he needs to survive this turn, and I don't know if that's possible. So we're going to swing 9. Okay. Does he have enough to protect himself? Is the question. He does! He counters with 2 2s and a 1. Alright. Okay, 2 2s and a 1 is definitely going to keep him alive. I'm going to swing 9 into life, not using leader ability. And then we're going to swing another 9, and he just loses because his hand is full of non-counter. So, yeah, guys, that was a pretty good game, not going to lie. Like, Reiju is a deck that does have a lot of advantage gain, where he can just go ahead and draw tons of cards with the Reiju ability. He can get Rush with Ichijis. He can remove things with Nijis, which is really, really good. Like, Reiju is just one of those decks that really does gain a lot of advantage in the early game, and even in the late game, once you start adding all those 2Ks to hand and keeping your life up, it really is a hard deck to get through. So me on Gecko Moria, was really lucky to get a lot of the decrease cards that I had, and also the ability to remove a lot of his characters, because if he just kept getting that advantage throughout the game, I think that would have probably been a completely different game if I couldn't keep consistently removing those Reijus and those Nijis and his Ichiji almost every single turn that he played it. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Absolute Duelist signing out. Later.